Hello everyone, Felix Wisniewski here. So you're here because you're interested in making an extra 2 to 5,000 per month, but like most people, you don't know where to start. No worries, I was in the same exact boat before. Before I tell you about this incredible opportunity, let me tell you a little bit about myself and where I was just a few years ago. I was 19 years old, I just had failed out of college, and I was broke, busted, and disgusted. I was hopping from job to job, just getting paid over minimum wage trying to survive. I was slaving away on a daily basis, just barely affording my bills and constantly getting disrespected by my bosses and managers. One day after leaving work, I had ran out of gas and had no money. I was on the side of the road digging through my car seat trying to find spare change just so that I could pay for some gas. At that very moment, I realized I had hit rock bottom. Once I got home, I promised myself that I would do everything in my power to succeed in life, so that I would never have to be in that situation again. So from that day forward, I began to read success books as often as 2 to 3 books a week. I knew that the only way to truly succeed was to learn from those who have already done it. So I committed myself to learning and reading everything I could. Everything that I could get my hands on, related to business and success, I was reading it. A year later, I met another successful entrepreneur who owned a medical commodity business, and I wanted to do the same. Creating a successful business of my own was always a dream of mine. So after doing thorough research in regards to medical commodities and how to build a business, I realized buying and selling diabetic supplies was a perfect opportunity for me to capitalize on. Because I didn't need tons of money to get started and there was zero overhead costs like rent or employees. For those of you who don't know what a medical commodity business is, it is specifically the purchase and resale of diabetic supplies. Let me just give you a quick overview. For example, we all know people who have diabetes. When you are diabetic, you are required to test your blood sugar various times a day, sometimes up to 10 times a day. That also comes along with multiple visits to your doctor, who is in charge of prescribing the correct amount of testing supplies to cover you for the month. A major loophole in this system is that a lot of doctors are overprescribing their patients, giving them way more than they need as they're working hand in hand with insurance companies who are both banking off the loophole. That results in most diabetics having tons of testing supplies they don't need and can't use, and that's where I come into play. I put a system together where I put out marketing to buy the extra testing supplies and turn around and sell them to big name pharmacies, wholesalers, or large distributors who then get them back into the hands of diabetics who really actually need them. In turn, I, on the other hand, are making crazy profits and have just recently decided to share this great business model with some other people as I know it can really help them financially. To summarize it one more time, I'd put out marketing saying I want to buy diabetic supplies. I then buy them and resell them for them to go back on the shelves and into the hands of people who need them. It took me just 1 month to find the right marketing that would allow people with these extra supplies to call me and want to sell their supplies to me. Long story short, just after a few months of starting this business, I created a step-by-step system from marketing to taking calls, meeting with clients, and invoicing my end buyers that allowed me to make over $15,000 in August alone, just from buying and selling diabetic testing supplies. At that very moment, I knew that I owned my own business and my life would never be the same. Within a few months, I went from slaving for the man making just over $15,000 a year to making over that in a single month. I was hooked. In my mind, I was brainwashed to think that you had to go to college, get a job paying $35,000 a year, retire at 65, then you die. This is what we are all brainwashed to think. Talk about a faulty mindset. Geez, so negative. Who says you have to work for someone else? In your mind right now, I want you to think, what is the bare minimum amount of additional money you need to make on the side per month to live stress-free? For most people, it might just be their car payments and their mortgage payment was paid monthly. That would make them pretty happy. You can work a full-time job and run your own medical commodity business on the side. Starting off, you can make enough money to pay your major monthly bills, and it will be a huge relief and weight off your shoulders. From there, as you grow your business, you no longer need to work for anyone else, and you can only focus on your personal business. Freedom. That's what it's all about, guys. Being able to do what you want, when you want. Look closely at the news now, and you'll see more and more people losing their jobs due to mass closings, companies going online, or simply machines replacing people. I think we can both agree the world is changing. You must learn the skill sets it takes to run your own business, or eventually you will be wiped out. In 2017 alone, JCPenney closed down 180 stores. Sears and Kmart closed down 150 stores. Macy's closed down 100 stores. American Apparel closed 80 stores down. And this is just to name a few. There are over 50 stores that had mass closings. Why is this so? Because the world is slowly changing, and eventually all the jobs that were once done by humans will eventually be done by robots. That's why it's very important to capitalize on what is going on right now. This is a major trend that you want to get in on early so that you can start making money now. We have all missed opportunities in our life in the past. This is an opportunity you don't want to miss out on. You don't want to be on the outside looking in when people are making a lot of money and say to yourself, I had a chance, but I didn't take it. Take action. When you learn this medical commodity business, you will have a trade that will last a lifetime. So today when you sign up, you will have access to over 30 training videos step by step on how to create your own medical commodity business. I have created a proven system to take you from A to Z and start making money inside your medical commodity business this week. You need zero, let me repeat, zero previous business skills or experience to be a success. I will show you how to create a medical commodity business from scratch. We can literally, with a little bit of effort, determination, and work ethic, build this business from zero to whatever level you want to take it to. You can have your medical commodity business set up and running in as little as just a few days. It is that simple. In the training videos, you will also learn step by step how to market, take calls from leads, meet with clients, buy the testing supplies, inspect them for damage, invoice buyers, and finally get paid. I will give you all of my strategies on how I'm able to make over $15,000 a month consistently so you can achieve the same results. I usually charge over $1,000 for this information and access to my coaching, but I want to help people become financially free and reach the masses, so I'm willing to work with a select few like yourself and give you all my secrets and training for only $297 today. For $297, you're basically investing in yourself, and I mean you can make that back off one or two clients. This $297 deal will not last forever, and this price will actually increase this time next month to $997 because of the demand and in order to ensure quality training, so I know I'm only working with serious people. So get started early for the promotional offer of $297. In addition to the training, you'll get access coaching and training with me. So if you ever have any questions you need an answer to, I will always be readily available to help you out. Are you ready to take charge of your life? Are you tired of putting stuff off and watching life pass you by? Take action today and join the team. I can't wait to work with you.